When discussing the slopes of a couple of lines on the coordinate plane, we can have two special circumstances that we should be aware of. One is for parallel lines. If lines are parallel, that means they don't cross. Well, if they're not going to cross, that means that they're going to have identical slopes. The slopes aren't exactly the same. One is tilted slightly differently than the other, then eventually those lines are going to intersect, even if it's not exactly in the picture in front of us. The other circumstance that we should be aware of are perpendicular lines. When lines are perpendicular, that means they intersect, but they not only intersect, they intersect at a right angle. And so if lines are perpendicular, they have opposite reciprocal slopes. Meaning if the slope is one of the lines is, let's say, 3/2, then the other one is going to be the reciprocal of that, 2/3, but it's also going to have to be the opposite positive and negative sign. So opposite signs and reciprocals, opposite reciprocals. So in the example that we have in front of us, we want to write an equation of a line in slope-intercept form, so we should identify that first as y equals mx plus b. So we need to know what the slope is and what the y-intercept is. So our line is supposed to be perpendicular to the line that's given to us here, and it's supposed to pass through this point. So the slope of the line that's been given to us is 3/2. Well, if our line's going to be perpendicular to that, then that means it's going to be the opposite reciprocal. So exactly what we described here, it's going to be -2/3. So now I can get as far as y equals -2/3 x plus b. And so from here, I'm going to do the same thing that we've done previously in other examples. I'm going to take the point that's given to us, plug it in for x and y, and solve for that y-intercept. So in place of y, I'm going to put 5. Again, just being careful about using the y-coordinate for the y value in my equation, equals -2/3 times -6 plus b. So negative times negative is going to be a positive. 2/3 of 6 is 4 plus b. And so we're getting b equals, after we subtract 4 from both sides, b equals 1. So with the slope that we figured out here from the given information and the y-intercept we have here, we can write the equation of our line y equals -2/3 x plus 1.